What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. Sunday morning, 7:32 here in the great communist state of New York. May 31st, 2026. It is 60 degrees out. Whew! Actually, it just dropped a degree. Damn! Oh my God. Insane. What is going on with this weather in New York? When is summer going to arrive? I swear this is not accurate. 59 degrees cannot be accurate. Nope, see, it's actually 51 according to my Apple Watch. Oh, Sunday morning, folks. Heading to the office, aka the shop. I gotta build 2 Mikey Pipes surge protection devices. You know, my MP SPD-01. I got 2 of them that need to go out for tomorrow. 2 subscribers are looking forward to their special project or special package that I got coming to them. One someone bought yesterday during the Free Friday event. I'm sorry, during yesterday. Wow, yesterday is a blur. Hold on a second, folks. Should I? Someone's gonna rat me out. Mikey Pipes, you're doing 90 and a 30. It was video editing. The art of AI video editing. Don't be hating, folks. You know that I am a law-abiding citizen. Come on, man. But all kidding aside, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I had an interesting dinner last night. Went out with my sister and brother-in-law, or sister-in-law and brother-in-law. Yeah, and the wife. We went to this Italian pizzeria. No slices. That's not the name of the place, but it's called Nick's in Rockville Center. But then after, whatever. Hold on, let me get to dessert. You know what? I realize why we don't go there anymore is because there's really no taste. There's just no taste. You know, even by adding salt and pepper, you're still missing some garlic, some hot pepper, you know? But then we had an amazing dessert. We went to this place called Sugar Cookie or Sweet, I don't know. But we walk in the front door, which is not usually the main entrance, the back door. And man, they had an assortment of desserts where, let's just say, if I celebrated gluttony, I wouldn't be on a diet where I'm not eating today. And that's what I'm doing, folks. I am not eating today. I'm just going to give you just an update. You know, I had that 90-day workout with Lawrence. Well, Lawrence got evicted from that spot right there next to my office. And I gave up. I did. I'm sorry. I did. So, but I do need to lose around 15 pounds. So I'm going to do it by starving today. I don't think I'm going to lose 15 pounds today, but I think I'm just going to starve today. I'm just going to have an espresso this morning with an iced coffee. I'm going to put very, very little sugar in it. And every time I'm hungry today, I'm just going to have some water. Ice water. How does that sound, folks? You think that'll work for me? Let me know in the comment section down below. So I don't know how it's going to work out for me, but I'm not going to go on these weight loss drugs to lose weight. I think I just need to oh, what do we got here? Oh no, it feels like a big stack. I think I just need to watch what I eat. And folks, I gotta tell you how I stole these from Lowe's. I couldn't help it. I really, really, really couldn't help it. I was in Lowe's Friday evening before Shabbat, Erev Shabbat, and I need to get some wire. I thought that I can use 12 gauge solid wire to help build my MP SPD-01, you know, those surge protection devices. But I learned that 12 gauge wire can only go up to 20 amps. So this would be good for like all of our systems, our ACIQ systems, because they don't really use 20 amps of power. But I actually did the 10 gauge to really work. That way I can go up to like, I think 30, I believe. Let me know. I use ChatGPT. I could be wrong. I'm not a Sparky. So anyway, last week I told Gio to leave and not come back. You know, the comments overall, you know, oh man, did I really put in the wrong thing? Yes, I did. I'm an idiot. The comments in the comments section down below, really, overall, you guys know, man, Gio just didn't get it. He just doesn't have it. So I'm not going to babysit him and, you know, sugarcoat his deficiencies, or it's just not for him. I think, and I don't know if Gio's watching this or not, but I think that Gio should probably go into the military. He should enlist and get that foundation. Get that foundation of discipline, and then, you know, make right moves, make power moves, you know? Because I think with a nice solid foundation, discipline, structure, all that good stuff, I think that Gio can actually make, you know, do a lot with his life. I really do. But I don't think right now, at this point of his life, he's just not that individual. You know, to his benefit, you know, very reliable. Showed up every day on time. Only once I can recall him being late, and that's because he got into an accident on the way to work, and I actually saw that. We saw him in the accident when we were driving to our first job. And he got his shit pushed back, as I say. Yeah. But the military would do well for him. I don't know what his future endeavors are. Why? I don't know what his future endeavors are, but I think he's definitely have a lot of potential. It's just not in HVAC right now at the point of his life. Anyway, I'm stocking up some fittings that we were lacking in the shop. Some 3/4 inch press by Female. I pick all this stuff up from FW Web. I love FW Web for a lot of things, but especially they have a rewards program, and their prices are quite competitive, almost in line with AF Supply. There you go, all gone. Look at that. And the rewards. So if I spend like $100,000 a year, I'm going to get back $1,000 of gift cards from the FW Rewards website. Now, I know what some of you are saying, Mikey Pipes, didn't you learn your lesson from a certain manufacturer and having a rewards website and terms and condition and arbitration? Let's just say I learned my lesson. All right? Let's just say that David cannot beat Goliath. Can't. Just can't. So we'll leave it at that. We need to correctly give everyone recognition for last week. And most importantly, 18.7 and 304 maintenance agreements. We're getting close, folks. We're getting close to 400. That's going to be 20% to our goal. That's awesome. That really is awesome. All right, before we get rocking and rolling here this morning, folks, I want to give everyone a huge shout out. We have 1,000, I can't even count. We have 197,500 active subscribers. Or, let me start over. Take two. Before we get rocking and rolling here, folks, it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. I haven't even had my espresso yet. I need to acknowledge something really, really special to me. And that is the 197,500 subscribers. An additional 3,804 in the last 28 days. We're back over 1 million views with 1.1 million for the past 28 days with 41,400 watch hours. Now, this is on the Mikey Pipes Pipe Doctor YouTube channel. Take a look at the Uncensored, 26,185, an additional 201 in the last 28 days with 134,000 views with 11,500 watch hours. Guys, I feel blessed. And this is not even taking into consideration all of the followers on Instagram, the other channels like the Palm Beach Mikey Pipes, the Central Florida Mikey Pipes, the South Carolina Charleston Mikey Pipes, Mikey's Garage, Smelting with Mikey Pipes, which is no longer monetized because I haven't put out a video since that horrible accident. But folks, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's start building one of these devices. One of the things that we're going to change in the upcoming versions of the Mikey Pipe surge protection device is that I'm going to have a rail mounted DIN surge protector, and we're going to have that in line here with the rest of the box. That way we no longer have that externally mounted surge protection device like one of these that I pick up from my friends over at ACIQ. This is the DDK 120 slash 240. It's a single phase surge protection device. How ironic, right? Yeah, pretty cool stuff. So we don't need this ground. We're going to pop out this power monitoring device, and let's take out the surge protector. Sorry, the circuit breaker. That pops out like that. Come on. Oh, man. There you go. So, once that's out of the way, let me show you. So here are those two devices. This is our amperage protection and on-off. This is the power monitor and also checks amperage. So ground, pretty cool. So first thing I do is take all that out. I'm going to remove these right here. Let's take this out. All these holes got to get drilled out a little bit larger because I need to utilize these holes for something else. This is boring. I'm not going to bore you with this. I'm sorry, guys. Let me drill this out. Let me get my surge protector in there. Let me get everything wired. Let me add my whip. I include a approximately 6-foot whip. It's got 10 gauge wire running through it, and you'll add a liquid tight connector at the end you need, but mine will either be a straight or an angle, depending on how I do this. This, folks, is what you see in Europe and in everywhere else except the United States, you know. But this is great technology. It works, and it's reliable. So one of the things I like to do is drill a hole through one of the corners and secure the box to my workbench, aka my office desk, and that allows me to keep it in place while I'm trying to maneuver everything in here. I just ran a 1/2-inch liquid tight with 3 conductors, black, red, and ground. This is going to be feeding, or this is the load side of the disconnect surge protection device. This is going to that outdoor unit. So my ACIQ, for example. This is going to be attached to my incoming mains or incoming power, incoming in L1, L2. And then we'll finagle those 2 devices in here as well. All right, folks, it's 8:35 in the morning. Let me show you, let me describe to you what this is and trace everything out with you. When you receive this, you need to connect your incoming voltage to L1 and L1 here. So your line, L1, L2, goes here. You can drill a hole on the side of the box. You can come from behind, whatever you want. You just connect your power right here and right here. It says connect line, L1, L2. Now, let's follow the wiring here. So once you give it power, right, we have one line going to the top of our circuit breaker on both, okay? So boom, boom, just like that. You see that? Now, on the other ones, because this is a 5-conductor WAGO, one goes to our surge protector on each. One goes to our power monitor on each, right? So that's the 3 wires. So you just connect, there's 2 extra spots there, so you'll just use one more to connect L1, L2. Now, on the protected side of our circuit breaker, which is rated for 63 amps, we have one wire going here through the amp reading and then going to this WAGO connector, which is going to our load, okay? On the other side of the circuit breaker, that's going directly to our load, okay? So you give this power, you turn it on, this is wired, the power monitor is wired, reading amperage, and last but not least, connect your ground to there. So there's 2 extra spots, ground coming in from our circuit breaker or the line coming in, and the other ground is the equipment. Quite simple. All you have to do is connect 3 wires. 4 wires, and everything else is good. The width, approximately 6 feet long, plenty of extra. Doesn't include the end for, you can put a straight or an angle on the 1/2-inch liquid tight, but this is it essentially, folks. This is it. Now, in upcoming models, I am going to be incorporating the surge protector on a rail mounted, as a rail mounted component. So we're going to have surge protection and power monitor, or monitoring that range and shutting off at that range with circuit breaker. Pretty cool. So I am offering this for $175 to my subscribers and viewers of the channel. If you're interested, assembled and made in the United States by me, Mikey Pipes. So I'm not selling it. I'm just offering it for $175. Your $175 donation to me, I'm going to send you one of these for free, and you're making a $175 donation to my nonprofit, the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy charitable organization. All right, let's go bang out another one. 1, 2, and 3. I have L1, L2 from the surge protection device.
compliments of ACIQ at a low price of, I think, $50. Wish it was cheaper. We're going to connect multiple leads to this incoming connection. So let's put one there, another one there. Good. All right, there's one there. Let's cut this back. This is 12 gauge wire. Just giving it a little bit of a haircut. Right in there. Let's tighten that down. Right amount of torque pressure, of course. Give it a little tug. She ain't going nowhere. Now, from both of these, I need to have a conductor to our power monitor. So let's take these two leads. These are not long enough. That goes. Come on, baby. There you go. Let's get one conductor out of our digital power meter. Give that a little tug. Good. Here's the other line. Little tug. We're going to bend this around. That's going to connect to our incoming mains right here. All right, my power monitor incoming. My power monitor is connected to my incoming voltage, which then connects to my circuit breaker. So one of these terminals is going to be incoming, so L1. The other set, the other side of the top of the circuit breaker, also going to the power monitor, and that also gets power, and also both go to the surge protection device. So there's surge protection device there. Well, let's connect. All right, the two leads coming out of my digital meter are going to my L1 input and my L2 input. On the L1, we'll call this L1 right now, that goes to our surge protection device. The other one, surge protection device, and top of my circuit breaker. To monitor amperage with this tool, we're going to take a little bit of 12 gauge wire. That should be plenty. Sorry, this is 10 gauge wire. And what we're going to do is we're going to feed that through right here. And that's going to go to the bottom of our circuit breaker. We need to open it up a little bit more. Beautiful. Let's get that in right there. Beautiful. Tighten that up. Give that a tug. Now the other end of this is going to be going to our load. So let's cut both of these back right here. And this is going to get a 3-wire WAGO. No, this is a 2-wire WAGO connector. So here's a 3. That's a 2. There's 1. And there is 2. So now the power monitor is going to read the amperage going to the equipment from the circuit breaker. This other line, which is going to our load, we're going to just give that a little. Oh, did I leave it over there? Probably. No, it's right here. Straighten this out a little bit. Okay, and right about there. Bingo. Let's cut this there. Missed it completely. Try that again. And there like that. Tighten you up. Beautiful. Now I have one conductor leaving my 3-wire WAGO. Oh, I don't think I caught that. No, I got it. Perfect. Perfect. So L1, L2, field installed. That's it. Mount the box to the structure or wherever you're going to mount it to, and ground from equipment or to equipment, and incoming ground from our line. That's simple. Let's just get another label on there. Perfect. So let's review one more time. We have 2 conductors leaving our surge protection device going to our input connections. We have our input connections. Both leads go to our top of the circuit breaker panel. Both leads also go to the digital power meter. Now the issue with this is that this power meter is always on. And that's okay, because this turns off the load. I think maybe it would be a good idea to have the circuit breaker turn off everything, power to the surge protection device and the power monitor. It's also probably a good idea if I didn't screw this in without taking that screw out. Uncut, unedited, raw. Let me get your thoughts and feedback in the comments section down below. Should the circuit breaker also turn off the surge protection device and the power monitor? Or are we good the way it is? The surge protection, the circuit breaker is turning off power to the load. And I think that's okay, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Would you like me to have it turn off all the power? Probably a good idea, right? That way you can really see. We should always be testing, not guessing. So it all fits nice and neat and pretty cool. I like this little box. It takes about 30 minutes to build. I'm getting quite better at it, so I could probably do 2 in an hour. So $175 is a great price, because you're getting basically my time for free. Alright guys, happy Sunday. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too boring, but working with electrical controls is very tedious work. And if you're interested in one, hit me up at mike@mikeypipes.com. You can pay by Zelle, Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, gold bullion, bearer bonds, loose gold, rough scrap copper. Not copper, maybe silver. But 100% of your donation or purchase goes to my nonprofit, the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy Charitable Organization. That's right, folks. 100% of your purchase price goes to my nonprofit. I am donating my time and the equipment to make these devices for a limited time only. Thank you again so much for watching. Wish me luck today. When I go on the weigher this evening, after not eating anything all day, I hope we are below 230. I hope. Thanks for watching. Be well. God bless. Stay safe. Hi, Kevin.